Hey, Judgment Day announcement, man. We were given like 10 days head start that an announcement was going to happen. I don't think that happened to Yakuza 7. For whatever this announcement was, they advertised it every single day. I'm expecting a Judgment sequel, 100%. Oh, it's starting! Here we go! Yagami! This is new footage, yeah? Yes, it is new footage! Sugiura! Kaito! Look at the cinematography! Hand-to-hand combat is Lost Judgment? That's what it's called? Hey, Nagoshi!
Konnichiwa.
How you doing? This is the man that made Yakuza what it was. Worldwide broadcast. Did he call it yeah, the game's called Lost Judgment. Wasn't it called Judge Eyes in Japan? 2018. You know, I heard that they wanted simultaneous releases for the future games. If they're calling it Lost Judgment in Japan, doesn't that kind of support it? We got a trailer? For the defense. I'm so glad they're translated. So they're actually going through with it's in English. Hey, isn't that the same judge as in the first Judgment? But right, if it's in English, doesn't that mean the game's pretty much done? They've still got the black and white for the Judgment. Sayori! She back! Okay, this guy looks guilty already. I'm pretty sure that's the same judge as in the original Judgment. But back on my point, if it's already this far into development, shouldn't we expect it like maybe early 2022? Hey, Hoshino! He's back! Oh yeah! The Yakuza games is consistent with the time, with our timeline. What's going on? Is that dead body? Which bugs? You don't see this in the Yakuza franchise. Look at that! They actually showed a decomposing body with flies around. That's what makes Judgment different. It's much more dark. A broken judgment system. RGG Studios. Ah, Yagami. He's got the same design. Sayori has the same design too. It still looks like the Dragon engine, so it might be a PS4 game. Police officer gropes woman on train. 500k people. Oh my. You know, I heard that was a big problem in Japan, this train groping thing. Yeah, Yagami's got the exact same outfit on. Yagami is bruised up. This must be after a long battle or something. Can they show us gameplay? The law begins to fray. Oh. Choreography! Oh! Did Yagami just take a policeman on his arm? Yokohama? So Yagami's going to Yokohama? This is a brand new character. Nagoshi. Is that the guy that died? Kaito! If you guys played Judge, Kaito has the meanest dropkick in the game. They recorded the murder. There should be a new serial killer in this game, yeah? Hey, Sugiura. Oh! Wait, if someone's dead, to get that reaction from Yagami, wouldn't it be someone we know? Okay, this guy looks like a celebrity character already. In the shadow of tragedy. I like the black and white theme. High school? Man, this scene is awfully vibrant. Oh, she was the student. So that high school scene was a flashback. Yagumi's bruised again. Oh! Right, Yokohama! That guy's another detective, probably. Sayori's back in Kamurocho. Oh! Action! Look at the battle! That's what I'm missing in Yakuza 7 so far. The good battles, man. Oh! Damn! Nice slow-mo. Yeah, this guy looks like a celebrity character to me. Hey, there's Gendo. Oh! Long battle? Hey, this is like the judgment finale, yeah? Ooh. Yagami getting tested for his justice again. Lost judgment. I would have thought they just called it Judgment 2. I think that was pretty good, man. Can you tell us like announcements, gameplay trailers as well? Hell yeah, it's a sequel. Oh, can you please do something about the trailing missions? Juice them up a bit, yeah? Script writing. Yeah, that's one thing that sets Judgment from Yakuza. It's a detective thriller and it's much more dark. Please show us combat. You know, I'll probably do a discussion at the end, but I wasn't expecting a sequel to Judgment, man, not at all. I'll tell you more later. The story came about after a heated debate. Is that good or bad? Wait, that's a bold statement. Creating a game we've never seen before. Because the Yakuza games are pretty repetitive in terms of their format. So for Nagoshi to say that it's something we've never seen before is getting me hyped. Yagami returns. Hell yeah, Kimura. Kimura was one of the reasons why I didn't think this game would get a sequel. But here we are. And there he is. There's that Yagami voice. Hey, here's a question for Kimura. Are you gonna do karaoke in Judgment 2 or Lost Judgment? I know it's gonna cost a lot of money to get him to sing because he's I think he's a rock star or something, yeah? But please do a karaoke song, bro. Yagami's still in Kamurocho, but we saw him in Yokohama. Huge mystery caused by a guilty. So far seems similar to the first Judgment. Oh, look at that promotion. The story concerns a high school. Why would it circle around a high school? I mean, there was a scene with a high school, yeah? And the person that Yagami was speaking to, that was her past. So a serial killer story involved in... The serial killer must have been raised or must have went to that high school, yeah, and then Yagami is trying to investigate. He called it Lost Judgment. So it's not the Lost Judge Eyes in Japan. I'm glad he came back, man. That's why we're getting this sequel. This announcement is making my day. Talent across Japanese film. Hey, there's Gendo. That's the only person I recognize. The second guy on the left Looks like a villain. But all these people are Japanese actors, yeah? But back on the title, Judge Eyes is more well known as Judgment Across the World. And Sega said that they wanted to appeal to the worldwide audience. So that's why they called it Judgment, yeah? Or Lost Judgment. How you doing, bro?
Lost Judgment 裁かれざる記憶プロデューサーの細川です。
Producer.
本作では前作
You know, this announcement's going longer than I thought it was then. Nice.
横浜がメインの舞台となります。
Yokohama's gameplay!
横浜は日本有数の近代的な港町です。
Are they gonna show us Oh! Yagumi's Tony Skater? Oh, there's that iconic bridge. There's Chinatown. It looks the same, so you can use the skateboard to traverse. Nice. There's the Ferris wheel. Important location is the high school. Yagumi must be investigating it for the serial killer, yeah? This is brand new assets. I'm guessing the majority of development was creating the school. Oh! Look at that distance.
前作で好評いただいておりました。
Combat!
バトルも本作でさらにパワーアップしています。
So it's the same! Yes!
The
combat's back! There's crane style, heat mode. There's a lot more particles in the sequel. Oh! That's slow-mo kick. There's tiger style for 1v1s. Charge moves are back. The HUD looks the same. Kaito again. Oh, that's the special tiger heat action, yeah? I mean, they called, what was it, X actions in this game? Snake style? He's got a new style! There's a tag team heat action again. If Yakumi's got 3 styles, it's pretty much a Dragon Engine Yakuza 0, yeah? Oh, I am hype. No, not the tailing missions, please. They actually varied it. Please add more variety to the tailing missions. Is this parkour? Oh! This is great. Oh! Man just strafed across the building. Now it feels like Ghost of Tsushima or Assassin's Creed. You got stealth as well? They're actually making it a stealth game. Nice. Oh. You know, on that point, is Yagami finally going to have karaoke? Yagami interacts with... This school is heavily involved in the game. Boxing Yagami? Wait, is that a high school student you just beat up, bro? Oh, they got drone battles? Yes! Oh, karaoke! Wait, is this their way of bypassing having Kimura do karaoke? Because it's gonna cost too much for them to... That's a great loophole. Rather than having a rock star sing a song for us, we're just gonna have music in the background, but have karaoke gameplay, so it's the same thing. 24th September this year. What is? Bro, that's 4 months from now. Really? Global launch. They actually went through with it. I was expecting this maybe early next year. They gonna release it in 4 months? That's big news. Oh, what's going on here? They actually asked gaming sites for an interview, not They followed through with wanting this to be a simultaneous release. Nice work, RGG. Okay, I think we're done with the reveals. Time for us to get into the discussion. I wasn't expecting a sequel to Judgment. The big reasons why I say that is because, first off, Kimura. First off, he's a celebrity. If you look at the past Yakuza games, yeah, pretty much 95% of the time, they're side characters, and they only show up for one game. You know, you got the 3 lieutenants in Yakuza 0, they all show up once. You got Hiroshi, he shows up once. The only exception is Rikia and Yuta, because they share the same voice actor, but they're different characters that only show up for one game. And on that point, it's different having a celebrity as a side character, as opposed to having a celebrity be the face of your series. Kiryu was the face of the Yakuza games, and the celebrities were side characters. And then you look at Yagami, who's the face of the Judgment series, that's face captured from a Japanese celebrity. That's gonna cost a heck of a lot of money. The other reason as to why I didn't think Judgment was gonna sequel is because of Yagami. Yagami's character arc wraps up pretty well in Judgment. Yagami decides to stay as a detective instead of being a lawyer. My last point as to why I didn't think Judgment was going to get a sequel is because of Yagami's personal involvement in the story. You had Yagami with a high sense of justice, yeah? He got a client declared innocent, and then right after that, that guy supposedly killed his girlfriend and torched up an apartment building, which of course got Yagami to quit being a lawyer. But then on top of that, you had the Yakuza serial killings. That ties into why Yagami quit being a lawyer, which of course means that the villains of Judgment, they've got indirect involvement as to why Yagami quit being a lawyer. And to top it up even more, Yagami's foster father, the Yakuza crime boss, was killed by Kuroiwa, who's the final boss of Judgment. I didn't see Yagami's personal involvement in the story to be better than what it was in the original Judgment. Now don't get me wrong, the story can be more exciting, more of a serial killer thriller, and it might be better overall, but I don't think the story is going to be that personal to Yagami as it was in Judgment. What else should we talk about? Combat! Third-person action combat is back! Nothing against Yakuza 7 and the turn-based combat, but I'm personally more of an action game sort of guy. Yagami's got the best martial arts out of all the protagonists. So in terms of the choreography, they can pull off some amazing stuff. Look at the boss battle with, what's his name, was it Higashi? Yagami went straight Jackie Chan with that chair QTE. And based on the trailer alone, yeah, I feel like I've seen more action choreography than I have in Yakuza 7 so far. I reckon I'm about 75% done. There hasn't been much QTEs, there hasn't been much action choreography. And straight from this trailer, we saw Yagami fighting that guy in the rain. You had Yagami fighting that guy with the police baton. And the choreography seems so much better already. If you guys didn't know, Judgment was the first RGG Studios game I played on this channel. I started uploading that game when I had like 10 subscribers, man. But hey, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Let's do a quick summary. We've got a Judgment sequel. It's coming out in 4 months. RGG Studios just pulled off a Capcom. When Capcom reveals a game, yeah, that game is coming out within the next year. Lost Judgment got announced today, and it's coming out in 4 months. Is this gonna be the game cover for Lost Judgment? It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Isn't this the He's Johnny thing from from The Shining?